And let's go to the man himself, the guy the 49ers traded up for, Ji'Ayir Brown, the safety, who is just a freaking baller, man. He's so fun to watch and just you've got multiple years of just quality starting play in the Big Ten. And I just really, really, really like this guy. I was excited when we drafted him. I wasn't so sold on the trade up for a safety, but man, no doubt about it. You look back over this draft haul, you got a stud here. And you've already got the playbook, you've already got the template set out. He doesn't have to come in and start. He doesn't have to. He gets to come in, special teams, learn, which he's got some things he's got to learn at. I'm just going to be really, really honest with you. But some of the stuff that he doesn't have to change to fit in with the 49ers, physicality. One of my favorite things growing up was always the Oklahoma drill. If you've played football or coached football, you know what I'm talking about, where you line up the pylons, about 5 yards apart, and it's just a tunnel. And it's just two dudes running at each other. And freaking, whether you're running back, linebacker, safety, doesn't matter. It's time to strap up and hit. And there is no issue whatsoever with Ji'Ayir Brown on that. And on top of that, before I play this clip, one of the things that stood out most to me is how aggressive and great Ji'Ayir Brown is in the red zone. In the red zone, that's where he shines because he wants to be a linebacker. He's a safety. This dude wants to hit. So here's a clip. Oklahoma drill. This is versus OSU, Ohio State, in 2021, a year ago, and just jumps out. So you're going to hear me get a little excited. I apologize about that. Ooh, come up and fill, big boy. Boom. Look at this. Schmack. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is a huge hit. Safety of play now. He'll get down dirty. And 5'11", 208. He's got the body to do. He can thump. He can thump. Watch him come in here. Boom. Meet him in the hole, man. Boom. I mean, low man wins. And they both got low. And they both hit. And then the cavalry comes. Wraps up, too. It's not like it just brought the big hit. Look at his hands come around. I mean, that's some pretty good Oklahoma drill. Schmack. Football's a man's game. I freaking love it, man. Like, at the end of the day, football is about violence, right? Controlled violence. That's why it's so popular. We have to behave. We have to do all these things. But you turn this on and it just gets those freaking, you get pumped up. It's exciting to see these guys go full speed and knock the whatever out of each other. And to see that from a safety, right? What is the 49ers MO? Physicality, right? You heard Lynch talk about some of the staples that make people a 49ers. Physicality is at the top of the list. Whether you're a corner, we'll talk about that later with Darrell Luter Jr. Physicality is everything. You look at the way this team is built, whether it's offense, defense, doesn't matter. Physicality. Our wide receiver, Debo, most physical wide receiver in the NFL. Just running through people's faces, right? Safeties, same thing. So Ji'Ayir Brown fits a culture standpoint, a team building. This is who we are. Ji'Ayir Brown fits. He checks all the boxes. Now, I went diving on a little PFF deep dive, trying to find some. I did this with all these draft prospects, and so just want to share a little bit of film, a little bit of analytics, and just try to balance out and bring more texture to these players and exactly what the Niners are getting. His three highest rated games in 2022, this last year, he had an 87.1 against Utah, a 77.8 against Maryland, and a 73.9 versus Ohio State. Well, what do all three of those teams have in common? If you don't watch college football, that's okay. Those are three of the most prolific offenses in the country. The Big Ten's not known for prolific offenses and whatever else. But you go watch Utah, man, so many NFL caliber players. They're incredible. Maryland, good gosh. They're good. Both their wide receivers, NFL style players, quarterback. I mean, they have talent there. Ohio State, yeah, enough said there, right? And so one of the things that I do like most, and whenever you watch the film, like again, highlights are cool, and I love highlights. I watch them, but there's just something about the game film, the game tape, because it tells the story. There's a difference between a play on 3rd and 10 and a play on 1st and 10. There's a difference if you're making a play in the fourth quarter versus the first quarter. The stakes go up. And with Ji'Ayir Brown, goal line, whenever it matters the most, dude jumps on tape. Fourth quarter, whenever it matters most, dude jumps on tape. Against the best high quality players, when it matters, dude jumps on tape. So I'm pretty excited about just, again, the tape shows he shows up big in big time moments. Now, if we look at just one more stat with him before we jump out of here, he allowed a 56.3 NFL quarterback rating when they targeted him. That's incredible for a safety. That's incredible. 0 touchdowns allowed. He had 4 picks and 1 pass breakup in 2022. So we're talking about somebody that, I don't know, man. I was pretty excited about him as soon as they announced the pick. And again, it means a lot when a team trades up for somebody, right? So if a team stays put and drafts you, they like you. If they trade back, they'll settle for you. If they trade up, they love you. They love this kid. They love this kid. They went and got him. So the future's bright for Ji'Ayir. It really, really is. I don't think 2023 is going to be that case unless an injury takes place, because he could happily fill in at either safety.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.